Hello everyone, welcome to the solution of LeetCode problem 513 named Find Bottom Left Tree Value. In this problem, we are given the root of a binary tree and we have to return the leftmost value in the last row of the tree. So here, let's consider the first example. The root is 2, which is two children 1 and 3. So 1 and 3 are the last level. So the leftmost value is 1, so we have to return 1. I hope you understood the problem statement. Now let's move on to the algorithm. In this problem, to understand the algorithm, we have taken this example. Here, the root is 5, which has two children, 4 and 8, and 4 has one children, which is 11, and 8 also has two children, which is 13 and 4. Now, we have to return the leftmost value in the last level. So here the leftmost value is 11. So we have to return 11. Now, as this problem, we have to find at first the last level. So the basic intuition is, if any kind of problem we have to deal with the levels, we will use the breadth first search technique. Similarly, here we will use the BFS algorithm to solve this problem. Now, let's see how basically the BFS works here. Initially, we will take a queue data structure to implement BFS. Now, we are at this node 5. So, we will add 5 into the queue. Now, from node 5, we will visit the right subtree first, then we will visit the left subtree. So, the right subtree value is 8 and left subtree value is 4. Then we have to remove 5 from the queue. Now, this is the second level node, which is 8 and 4. For the node 8, we have to add the right subtree value, which is 4. And we have to add then the left subtree value, which is 13. Then we have to remove 8 from the queue. Now our top element of the queue is 4. So we have to add the left subtree value, which is 11, to the queue. And we have to remove the element 4. Now we have to run this process until the queue becomes empty. And we have to store the last element presented in the queue. So here we have to remove the top element of the queue, which is 4. Then we have to remove the element 13. Now finally, our last element of the queue is 11. So here we have to store 11 into a variable, or we have to return 11. And finally, remove 11 from the queue. So here, I hope you understood the algorithm. In short, the algorithm is pretty simple. We have to run a BFS, and for the BFS, we have to traverse the right subtree. Then we have to traverse the left subtree. Finally, we have to return the last element presented in the queue, which is 11. I hope you understood the algorithm. Now let's move on to the code. In this problem, the code is pretty simple. At first, we are given a function named find bottom left value, which has the root as a parameter. Now we are taking a queue and a variable named current and inserting the root into the queue. Now we are running this loop until the queue becomes empty. And in each iteration, we have to store the front element of the queue into a variable current and remove them. Now we have to check whether the current element has the right subtree. If it is, we have to store the right subtree node. Similarly, if it has the left subtree, we have to store the left subtree node into the queue. Finally, we have to return the current value, which is the last element presented in the queue. I hope you understood the code. Thank you everyone for watching the video. We will get back soon with another LeetCode solution.